Hi, I'm standing out in the middle of a rice pond. This is a pond that we planted last year, and it's about 15 acres. We planted it in the fall last year. We harrowed the ground, and then we planted the seed, spin spread it on, and then we harrowed the ground again. There's some patches here that we left. We always leave something for the ducks. Not only does the rice shatter, and consequently there's some left for the ducks anyway, even after you harvest, about 25 or 30% left for the birds. But in addition to that, we leave some patches just so that there's some good contours in here. And there's just tons and tons of seed left on the ground. This pond is our first rice pond on this new property. As I said, it's 10 to 15 acres, and it's not very deep. We did put some goose nesting islands in here. The geese love a place to nest, and the rice ponds give them absolutely secure habitat. The predators can't get them on these islands. The geese take to the islands right away. We get some ducks nesting on them too, but the geese take to the islands right away, and we'll have nesters on these islands this coming year. Once they've nested and the brood is out, they swim into the rice, and they spend all of that time while they're growing in the rice, and they're just about predator proof. It's got to be one of the best habitat seeds and plants that you can possibly do is wild rice. We're going to take you over to a pond that we're working on now. This will be the second one on this property, and it's going to be a little bit bigger than this one, but we're going to do it basically the same way. We harvested this about a week or 10 days ago. It's all brown and dry now, and it's waiting to be refilled. What you see behind me is actually a duck blind. This is a pit blind that we've installed in this pond, and you'll actually duck hunt out of this pond. And the pit blind, obviously the pits are covered up in the spring, and the pit blind becomes a goose nesting island. Let's take a walk over to that pit blind. Well, I'm standing on our hunting island. This will be an island. When we put water in here, there'll be about maybe between 6 and 18 inches of water around this island. And we've put pit blinds in here. These are made out of 350-gallon gas barrels, old used ones that we cut the end out of. And then we put things on the bottom to hold them so they won't pop out when the water comes in here. And we'll have some covers on the top of these, but you'll be able to sit in these blinds, and they really are blinds. The birds absolutely can't see you. And then we cover them in the spring, and this will become a goose nesting island in the spring. I've picked out a spot in this new rice pond. I've picked out a spot that's probably going to only have about a foot or maybe 18 inches of water around it. And we're going to build a goose nesting island here. We'll actually build a couple of goose nesting islands in this pond. So let's go get the excavator, and we'll bring it over there and get to work on it. I've now started to build the nesting island. Brought the excavator in, and we're taking about the first 4 or 5 inches of soil, and we're using that for what will be the center of the island. And then we'll compact that soil in by running over it with the excavator. And after we do that, we'll go down and find some real clay, which is about 4 or 5 inches down. And we'll surround this with clay, and then we'll roll that in. And the clay will keep the island from eroding away. If you were to just make it out of the topsoil, you get a year, maybe 2 out of it, or 3, but eventually it would erode away until there was no room for the goose on top. So we'll continue and build this island. Okay, I've finished putting the topsoil on. This is now the center of what will be our goose island, and I've started to compact it. It's just about done. I run the excavator back and forth over this to compact the ground so that it won't settle too much, and we want to leave plenty of room for that goose. Next thing I'm going to do is to clay. There's clay underneath here a few inches, and I'm going to take the clay and surround it with clay, and then I'll compact it again with the excavator, and surrounding it with clay will keep it from washing away, keep the erosion from happening. Okay, so the next step, we've got an island. The island's all built. It's all made out of the topsoil. Basically, topsoil has quite a bit of clay in it, but not enough to stop erosion. So we've put clay on this. These big hunks of clay have come out. We're going to put those on. And then now we're going to compact it. We're going to take the excavator and we're going to run it over that clay so that it hardens. And after that, the last step will be to come around and kind of clean up where we worked and where I took the soil and then I took the clay and smooth it up some. And then when we go to plant the field, we'll disc it, and that will do the finishing of the smoothing. We'll give you a look at this island when it's all done. Okay, so we've smoothed this up enough with the excavator so that now we can bring a disc in, and we disc the whole field to get it ready for the rice. We'll disc this, we'll harrow this down nice and flat. You won't even know that I've taken the dirt from here. And our island is virtually done. We'll still bring a few sticks and maybe a log or something out just to give it a little bit of extra character. The geese like to have something to build up against, and we'll probably throw a little seed on there too, just so that something's growing there. Anyway, can almost guarantee you there'll be a goose on here this spring.